Hey Scorpio, Ashley here. We're going to do a love bonus reading. Venus has just moved direct in the skies, and so like we did with the Venus retrograde, now we're going to look and see what's coming up in love as she moves direct in Capricorn. So we're going to look at your energy, the person you're thinking about. Ooh, we have the Five of Wands pop out there. I'll put that back in. And then we're going to look at the energy of the connection, past, present, and future. We'll pull some clarifiers and some oracle cards at the end to see what it is that you have really truly gained from this Venus retrograde time. So this could be someone new showing up. This could also be someone you've been dealing with. So let's see what's going on for the Scorpios out there. Okay, so your energy, we have the Nine of Cups. Loving that. Definitely looking for the diamond in the rough here. You can see that she's gazing down at this treasure chest, and there's this one giant diamond floating up and out. Wanting a wish fulfillment here. It could be that in the present moment, there's a lot of hope and fantasy about what it is that you could actually accomplish in love. Your person, we have the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like this person could be sitting in a bit of waiting energy, but I also feel like what's going on there is they're kind of contemplating what kind of work to put into the dynamic in order to make it progress, right? They want to put in the effort that's going to best suit you, is what I feel like here. Willing to put in the work. But also I feel like this person has maybe done things before that didn't work, right? And so they're really trying to figure out how to best approach you. If this is someone new, it feels like they come to the connection ready to give their all to it. Could be dealing with an earth sign. The connection itself, we have the Knight of Wands. A lot of passion here. It could be that at this time this connection's been a little bit hot and cold. Or there's like spurts of energy. It could feel like maybe this is just starting out as like a fling. We're definitely going to clarify to see what that's about. In the past, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like there's been some sort of cycle completion here. I want to say that both of you have maybe been in longer term commitments in the past, whether this was together or with other people. That may be different for all of you. I also feel like there's been some accomplishments in the past. So in the career arena, it could be that you have both, kind of created your own stability, your own nest egg. One or both of you might already have children, perhaps, from a previous relationship. Again, could have been with this person. In the future, look at that. We got the Four of Wands. So we have celebration, union, coming together. That looks pretty good. So, bottom of the deck. Seven of Wands, Six of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Justice, the Chariot. Could definitely be dealing with an Aquarius here, and if that's the case, I feel like they've been keeping an eye on you. For those of you where this is a past person and you have split up, I feel like this person's been watching to see if you've met and started something with someone else. Like they might feel like you've been moving on, finding peace within yourself. I do feel like this person wants to persevere. Again, if this is a past person for you. If not, I do feel like just individually, you've both kind of maybe been through some difficult times here and you're just trying to keep going, trying to rebuild those resources like we talked about. Especially if you went through like a divorce here with Justice and the Queen of Pentacles. It could be that a long-term connection from the past has come to an end and you're trying to just get your groove back, I feel like is what this is saying here. Really working on yourself to get that confidence back up and come to any situation at your personal best, right? Kind of this, I almost want to say like makeover kind of energy where you've been doing some healing and you're kind of to the point where you're ready to just kind of get back out there and feel good and look good and give it another try in the love department, or just, you know, getting out there and feeling good, right? So let's look at your energy. We have the Nine of Cups. What's that talking about? And the Nine of Wands. Definitely willing to fight for your dreams here, for sure. We have Justice again. We did see that at the bottom of the deck. And the Wheel of Fortune. I like this a lot, Scorpio, because what I feel like is happening with you is you've really stepped into your own power here. You've worked on your own emotional fulfillment. And at this juncture, I feel like you're not willing to deal with anything that brings a whole lot of karma baggage with it, right? You've already been through that. You've already been through the karmic relationships. You're ready for balance, equal give and take, and you're ready to stand up for what you want. And I do feel like there's definitely a shift going on here. You've kind of completed a cycle. You've learned some lessons during this retrograde, and you've really taken a look at how you approach relationships, right? And realizing that you need better boundaries, you know, perhaps realizing that it's okay to still want what you want, but maybe not letting just any riffraff in the door just because they look like they might bring it to the table. At this point, I feel like instead of just giving someone a chance, they better show you ahead of time that they're worth your time. That's what I feel like there. With the Seven of Pentacles for your person, we have the King of Cups. So that's actually some Scorpio energy there. So you could be dealing with another Scorpio, but more so what I feel like is they're really trying to see how to, again, put in the work to gain your trust, your attention here. We have the Emperor. Again, with the King of Cups and the Emperor here, it could very well be that this person's tried to remain kind of unemotional in this situation. And the Eight of Pentacles. How can they put in the work? How can they come to the table in such a way that's going to convince you that it's okay to open up? Because you do have your guard up here, right? And so from their perspective, you're like almost kind of sitting in this Queen of Swords energy. No BS. I'm not dealing with it. So you either come at me correctly or don't come at me at all. And then I do feel like this person's probably been hiding their deeper feelings here. Perhaps because they don't want to be hurt, right? It may make them feel like they're not in control when they get in touch with that emotional side, but they do have a lot of love for you. And I feel like they have a lot of respect for the changes that you've gone through here. I feel like they want to put in the effort. They're just still trying to figure out how to do that so that it breaks down this wall that you have. Now, in the past, we have the Ten of Pentacles. What's that about? We have the King of Pentacles. We did have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, so this could be a long-term partnership. And look, that Knight of Wands is showing up again. So it's been in the past, and now here it is again in the present moment. And the Eight of Wands. So it feels like to me, perhaps something came to an end here in the past because somebody couldn't bring commitment or stability to the dynamic. It looks to me like you were seeking perhaps long-term stability, a long-term commitment, something you could rely on, right? And it feels like to me you may have moved on from this situation because the person that you were dealing with was approaching this like the Knight of Wands, like definitely a lot of passion, but again, this in-out energy that left you kind of wondering what the hell was happening, like where do I stand with this person? Do they even care? Are they just in it for a romp in the sack? You know, kind of, it left a lot of mystery for you. And I do feel like this person was perhaps a little bit impulsive and a little bit immature. Even if the relationship that you had both agreed to was one of long-term commitment, it's almost like their behavior didn't quite fit that bill, right? Now, this could be, for some of you, it feels like you may have had a long-term commitment in the past, and this could be someone new here that came in and kind of disrupted that relationship of the past. So, because we do have the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands here. So, for some, this person did a 180 and went from being stable to unstable. For others, some hot new lovers showed up and sort of disrupted a longer term relationship from the past. So take that as it resonates. Let's look at the Knight of Wands in the present moment. This is the energy of the connection. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, in, out. Maybe just friends with benefits. But I do feel like your energy, you've stepped out of that. So I don't feel like at this juncture you're quite satisfied with this anymore. Let's see. We have the Page of Pentacles. Could be that someone here is trying to open up communication. It feels like your person. And I feel like it is because you ditched the scene here. Yeah. And the Seven of Wands. It could also be that someone here is wanting to make some careful approach because there was some runner-chaser behavior in the past. Like somebody was avoiding pain here. Wanting to protect themselves. So perhaps the thought of a long-term commitment or something more solid was terrifying to this person. But I do feel like you kind of have walked away from this. So it's kind of interesting because I feel like the dynamic at this juncture is in this very transitory place. Like depending on the next move, it'll go one way or another, right? And if there hasn't yet been communication, I do feel like that's coming in for the month of February here. Some sort of solid offer. But again, this person's trying to figure out what that offer should be for fear that you're going to just run the other direction, right? And I feel like that's what they were doing in the past. They were running away in the past. And now they're really trying to contemplate what can they bring to you that would even entice you. Because if they make the wrong offer here, you're already in this energy of like, yeah, I can do better. I'm not dealing with that, right? All right, let's look at this Four of Wands in the future position. Definitely union energy, some sort of celebration. Now the Four of Pentacles did just fly out while I was shuffling. Could be some incoming stability. 4-4 showing up. We have the Magician. Oh my gosh, and the Four of Swords. It does feel like that what is manifesting right now and should be showing up closer to the time of the start of March here, time frame, March onward, is this stability, recuperation, coming back together and healing the situation, finding some sort of common ground here. But I do feel like what is showing up as a challenge in this future position is a lack of communication or someone not opening up. So keep that in mind. It has the potential here to come into a less transient state, a healed union here, but it will require that you find some common ground here and kind of open up the communication in such a way that actually is generous, I want to say, not, full of contempt or arguments or what have you. That will not help here. I feel like what needs to be discussed, especially as this Page of Pentacles comes forward, is, I want to say, like, when this person comes forward with this Page of Pentacles, even if you don't like this offer, for example, to me this feels like calm discussions about what you need, what you require, what you deserve, and it just be very simple and plain. It doesn't have to be loaded with emotion, right? It can be, this is what I know that I've had a lot of time to think, I've done some healing, this is what I require, and if you can't meet me there, that's fine for you, right? Just this very basic, open, but very straightforward communication here. Nothing loaded with insinuations or emotion, or especially like bitterness from what's happened in the past. It's almost like there needs to be baby steps that happen here just to get footing in order for additional communication to happen, right? And I do feel like you're dealing with someone here that could be very practical. And of course, Scorpio, you have a strong emotional side here, especially with this Nine of Cups showing up in your energy. You know what you want moving forward. And to me, with this Four of Pentacles, those two things can come together, head and heart, right? It's just whether or not you open up to it. So real quickly, let's look at what you've really learned. I mean, I feel like that's already kind of shown itself here for this Venus retrograde, but let's see if we can get another card on what's really been going on for you during this whole retrograde season with Venus. You have a tall tail. You can see Pinocchio sitting on top of that hat. I feel like you've really looked at perhaps ways in which you've fooled yourself in the past. Again, we kind of talked about that, where it's like you look and see the positive in everyone, right? And you allow them to show up, and perhaps hoping that their potential will come through. But I think what you figured out here is that you know, it's okay to take someone at face value. It's okay to see what they bring to the table and take that as what they're going to bring to the table, rather than saying, oh, this person has such potential, and only wanting to see that. I feel like you've really cleared up some ways in which you see and deal with other people, especially when it comes to equal give and take, because I feel like probably in the past you gave a lot, right? Even if people showed up in an energy that maybe wasn't quite deserving of all that effort, or they weren't bringing the same effort, right? And you can see here, even at this juncture, the 7 and 8 of Pentacles, this person's finally ready to work, but they're still maybe not quite at your level here. So it's going to take a little bit of time for this person to really mature into this Emperor, King of Cups energy. And I feel like you've gotten to a place where you can more clearly see that. And I do also feel like you've had some time to reflect on perhaps some deception, some tall tales that this person may have been bringing to the table in the past. And I do feel like you're still suspicious of that, right? What about this person? What's really been going on for them during this Venus retrograde period? Endless possibilities. To me, what this is talking about here is this person spent a lot of time thinking about what it is that they can do and work on, again, to get your attention here, to really come forward correctly. And I feel like it's because they're learning what that even means. This might be the most serious love connection this person's ever had, right? And I feel like in the past, they definitely approached it with a very young, immature kind of energy, and you're expecting a king energy. Like, not gender specific, but you want the most mature that this person can produce. And I do feel like, for a period of time, they probably were sitting in a lot of confusion. I don't even know that they were totally clear about themselves, right? They may have spent quite a bit of time trying to understand why this was their energy, why this runner, need to protect myself, not commit kind of energy was where they were at. I feel like they've learned a lot about themselves. I still feel like there's work being done here. Okay, Scorpio, I hope that was helpful. Your weekly readings will be out this week. They're just a little delayed so that I can get all these love bonuses done, but they will come out before Friday. So I hope to see you there. Bye.